Good morning. I'm going on with things that I worked on over the last year, 2024, uh, basically listing them. In the travels, when I did the State of the School, or in the State of the School series, I included basically all the exotic travels I've done in my life, which lengthened it a lot right there. That's a once in a lifetime thing that I did in going through all that the school has to offer in all my travels. I just decided I'm going to go ahead and do it. So that I'm repeating that. Another thing I was going to say is with the drought, we rigged up, my son mostly rigged up a hose all the way from the cherry tree house, which is maybe 50 yards that way, all the way out there to the barn for in the summer, because that I had to get water to those animals in the summer as well. And I didn't carry it. I carried it at the start, but I would go and daily fill a tub with a hose because if they were strong enough, they could have found water uh, in places on the surface, but it would have been a struggle for them. All right, I'm going on. Sophie survivor. Well, Sophie ultimately did not survive. I had, in the heart of the winter, in that coldest of weather, I had baby goats born. And I did all I could to keep them alive. One of them survived. Sophie was born and her back legs didn't work, and I spent a lot of time with her. She, I carried her out into the sun with the other goats, and she was sort of doing okay, but she couldn't keep up with the herd when she really couldn't walk. But I was ready to, I don't know, do whatever it took, carry her up there with the herd. But eventually, she fell behind and got crying, got wounded, and one of the pigs sensed that she was in trouble and killed her. And in a way, I don't hold it against the pig because it's probably what I should have done anyway. I mean, it wasn't. In any case, she took a lot of attention. Uh, Now, four things that will go together. It was a very big success in, let's see, it was December 11th, I think. Maybe it was 12th. Uh, that I conducted a concert up at Messiah Lutheran Church that was a traditional Christmas hymn sing, but we added to it Handel's Messiah, about 6 choruses, and it was a really big success. It was really quite wonderful. And we'll probably do it again. But the day I went to do that, I was not feeling good at all. And I had been resting. I thought, can I do this? And my wife tested me for COVID. I came up negative. So I figured, well, I guess I can do this. And when I went to take water to the pigs or to the animals just before the concert, I tripped over a wire and broke my toe. And I just thought, oh boy, something else. So I limped my way there. Basically, nobody noticed my toe, but they did notice that I was coughing while I was conducting. Well, by the time I got home, it was COVID, and I felt terrible that I'd gone up there with COVID. But no, apparently it didn't. I didn't pass it on to anybody else. But I got over it, and then for about a month in the winter, or maybe a little more, I was healthy and strong. Uh, uh, but then I got flu, influenza type 4, brought back by my wife from the D.C. area where my grandson was diagnosed with it, and she had it, and my son had it. All three of us had it for a while. I was the one that had the most trouble getting over it, and we had been vaccinated against both of these. So the fact that I survived, it came down with the flu. It was unsure, and of course, all that time I still had to somehow figure out a way to care for my animals. So the very fact that I survived those health threats, I'm saying that's something I did. The west porch of the Gasthaus, I call it, the west side, I rebuilt the porch, a narrow porch, the whole way along that. At the moment, it's just holding lumber, but I had to rebuild it because the material that I used, though it looked heavy, it had broken. A whole herd of goats had gone on it, and one of the beams broke, and I just let it go. But since I didn't use nails, I just had to unstack it and restack it. So I got that done. The roof. to the barn. Well, it's again in terrible shape, but I worked on it enough, and I got this harness so I can safely go up there. That again, I made it through the winter. I'm going to enlist the help of my neighbor to patch it this coming year. But anyway, I spent a lot of time working on that too, because part of it I wasn't certain it was safe. Got that done. Now, during that time that I was feeling healthy in the middle of winter, I did what I called slab cracking. There's a slab about 5 inches, maybe 6 in places, concrete slab that I wanted out of the barn so I could lower the floor about a foot or two, and for various other reasons. But I had to break it up to get it out of there, and I couldn't really get a backhoe or anything like that in there, so I did it with a bar, and I did a lot of videos on that. I ran out of time to get the whole thing out, but I got enough of it out. So that was something. You probably would remember that. The manure. I got the manure out of the barn, finally. It's the first time ever, as long as I've been here, that all of it's been out of here. Well, at least I might have gotten all of it out once before. But how I did it was the pigs. They chewed up the manure pack, and then they'd go out in the field and spread it themselves with their manure. So I actually got the barn all the way out. And I figured out what I want to do with that laundry place, which is where the slab, I had to take the slab out. I've been calling it a sauna, a bathhouse, a laundry. I know what I want to do there now, and I'll in this summer I'll work some more on getting the rest of the slab out. But that was the perfect time to do it in the winter when I couldn't do anything else. And the goat shelf down in that area, I call it the salon. I'm a salonier. That's where I have the soiree and soirees, and that's all in the gas house. I tore the goat shelf out and then put it back, but again I didn't nail it, and it's just as well because I'm satisfied with it. I'll adjust it a little bit, but this summer I'll tear it out again when I clean all the manure out again, and I'll rebuild it. Maybe that's enough for now. At this rate, another couple of days and I'll be all the way through my list. Bye for now.